Hi. So again, sorry for that interruption. So we are today going to look into the problem sets of time, work, speed, distance, and everything. So if you could pardon my horrible handwriting. So we have time, we have work, we have speed, we have distance. We are going to look into some of these concepts and gather any good useful formulas that we can. So let's look at time and work. The very first thing that if A can do a piece of work in n days, or for that instance, let's say hours, either n days or n hours, then that implies in 1 day or hour, whichever you are considering, A can do A can do 1 by nth part of the work. Everyone agrees with this? Simple unitary method, class 8 stuff. You have done this
Can you
ample
just
number.
repeat that?
Repeat what?
Yeah, can you just repeat the thing like once again?
Oh, sure, of course. So if A can do a piece of work, so let's say that uh, you have asked A to clean a tank, or let's say you have asked A to build a wall. So let's say it takes him n days. It takes him n days to build a wall, or let's say it takes him n hours to clean a tank. Then in 1 day or in 1 hour, A can finish one nth part of the work. So if it took A 10 days to build a wall, in 1 day, A can build 1/10 of the wall. Very simple unitary method. Good?
Yeah,
Clear?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Again, the vice versa is true. If A can do one nth part of the work in 1 day or 1 hour, then A can finish the whole work in n days or n hours. So these are reciprocal statements. Okay. Now comes if A is X times as good as B, as good a workman as B. That means that if A is X times good than B at doing a particular work, that implies that in same time, work done by A is to work done by B will always be in the ratio X is to 1, given the same time. That I'm saying that it takes B 4 hours to clean the tank. So, and I'm saying that A is twice the better workman than B is at cleaning the tank. Then it automatically means that A will clean the tank in 2 hours instead of 4 hours. Hence, it always does it in the ratio X is to 1. Similarly, in same time, so this was the same time, and if we were to look at the time given the amount of work someone has dropped in the chat, just give me a moment. Can't hear, Anurag can't hear. Am I audible to you people?
Yes,
Yes, yes.
Anurag, just check again with your microphone or your earphones. If the problem persists, let me know. Okay. Kavita, did you know sire is also a term for sir? It is not wrong. Sire also works. Anyway, uh, coming back, circling back to this. Time taken to complete the work. So if A is X times as good as a workman as, let's say, why can't I scroll down? Yeah, true. It's Elizabethan. That's right. So yeah, so now time taken. So now let's say that in the same time it will be access to one. The work done will be access to one. But if I am to see that how much time will it take for them to complete the work, then the work can be work done, time taken to do the work. Sorry, the work will be done. No, should change it. Should be. Yeah. So the time taken to do the work by A and B will be in the ratio 1 is to X. Does anybody have any doubt regarding these 2 points? If so, let me know. No doubts? None? Good. Next point. Now comes compiled work. What if two or more people are doing the same work together? How would you calculate those kind of things? So let's say that A can finish a work in X days or hours, whichever suits you. B can finish it in Y days. Then together, together they can finish it in. Can someone give me the direct formula for this?
xy by x plus y.
Perfect. So the formula for this is together A plus B can do it in xy by x plus y ways. Xy by x plus y ways. So if you need the calculation, I hope you do not need it, but even if you need it, so if A can do the work in X days, in one day it can do 1 by X amount of the work. In one day, B can do 1 by Y amount of the work. So in one day, both of them can do 1 by X plus 1 by Y amount of work, which is equals to X plus Y by XY amount of work in one day. So the total amount of time taken would be XY by X plus Y. So that is how it comes. It's easier to remember this formula directly. Okay. What if A does it in X days, B does it in Y days, and C does it in Z days? Then together, how many days will they do it? Can someone give me the direct formula?
xyz by xy plus yz plus zx.
No. XYZ by XY plus YZ plus ZX. Follow the same rule as you did here, you'll arrive at this result. Okay. Now I'm saying that A does it in X days and A plus B does it in Y days. How long do you think it will take just B to do it alone? B alone, how much time will it take?
xy by x minus y.
xy by x minus y. Perfect. By x minus y. Okay, so that does it for these things. One small, this is mostly not needed, but still I just say it that let's say if you can figure it out. So a plus b does it in x days, b plus c does it in y days, and c plus a do it in z days. Then together in how many days can they do it? Someone give me the answer.
xyz by 2 into xy plus yz plus z.
Again,
Like half into this one.
sorry.
xyz into xyz divided by 2 into xy plus yz plus z.
It's actually 2xyz by y plus yz plus zx. 2 stays out. Anyway, so this is the formula for if this is the case. So mostly that does it for time and distance. Sorry, time and work. Let's look into some time and distance thing. Quickly go over the formula. So speed is given by distance by time, as you people already know. Suppose there is a return journey. A person goes from here with speed s1 and returns back to this place at speed s2. Then the average speed is given by 2 s1 s2 by s1 plus s2. Again, the same kind of an harmonic mean formula. Okay. Let's talk about relative speed. If A is going this way and B is going this way, then the relative speed is SA plus SP. If A is going this way and B is going this way, then it is SA minus SB. SA minus SB, this is called relative to A, and it is called SB minus SA, which is called relative to B. Okay. Some very basic conversions. 1 kilometer per hour is equals to 5 by 18 meter per second. 1 meter per second equals to 18 by 5 kilometer per hour. Okay. And one final thing. Suppose you have two trains or two objects or anything that have a certain length. So a train has some length, right? So let's say you have two trains of length P and Q. Sorry, let's do smaller. Length P and length Q, and they have the speeds SP and SQ. Then time taken to cross each other in the opposite direction is given by P plus Q, which is the distance. Basically, the length of both the trains is the distance, divided by SP plus SQ. And of course, for same direction, it will be P plus Q by SP minus SQ. Fine. Okay. If a train crosses a lamp post, then if the length of the train is P and it crosses a lamp post, the time taken is P by SP. And if it crosses something of length L, then it is P plus L by SP. So that's all the formulas you would mostly need to attack the problems in your CMI paper. So
Can
anybody,
you
any
repeat the
questions?
last one?
Yeah.
The lamppost one. Can you repeat that?
Yeah. So a lamppost is a stationary object, right? So
Hmm.
if a train were to cross a lamppost, how much time do you think it will take for the train to cross the lamppost?
After the whole train crosses, like distance
Yeah,
P,
yeah,
SP. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So a length of train of length P crosses a fixed lamppost. Of course, the length of the lamppost is considered negligible because it's a single line. So, how much time do you think will the train take to cross the lamppost? The train is
Uh,
of length P.
Distance between lamppost and train is L, or what?
No,
I
there is
didn't.
no distance. So, uh, when I say that a train is crossing a lamppost, the time, I'm talking about the time when the engine first crosses the lamppost to the time when the last
Oh, okay.
compartment crosses the lamppost.
P by SP. Yeah.
P by S, right? And if it is crosses a certain object that has a length, let's say it crosses another engine. This engine has some length, right?
Hmm.
So if this engine, so this is a stationary engine. Let's say it's a stationary object.
Oh,
Or
okay.
let's forget engine. Engine is being stupid. Let's consider a station. So
Hmm.
let's say this train does not stop at the station, but the
Hmm.
station has certain length, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So how much time do you think the train will take to cross the station? So
Yeah.
the
P
time
plus L by
taken
SP.
would
Yeah.
be the time taken would be the time from where the engine starts at one end of the station
Hmm.
to the time where the last compartment crosses the other end of the station.
Yeah. Okay.
So the total distance is P, the length of the train, as well as L, the length of the station,
Hmm.
divided by SV, the speed of the train.
Yeah. Got
Cool?
it.
Yeah.
Hmm. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody, any other doubts? No doubts at all. Because this is school level thing. Very good. Now we are going to look at some problems. Let's see what problems we have. A is twice as efficient as B. Oh, I'm doing this very weirdly. Okay, fine, fine. You people do. And takes 90 days less than B to finish a job. To finish a job. In how many days can they finish it together? Start solving this problem. Write the next one. Do not focus on the next problem, focus on the first one. 4 men and 5 boys. So the first problem, who's got what? So we have an answer from Kavita that says 60. Okay, we'll wait for the other answers. See what they have to say. So Dinesh says at 60. Okay. Others quickly. This problem shouldn't take you more than a minute. Yogesh says it's 60. So let's see. Let's see. Can I read problem two? Of course, I can read problem two. 4 men and 5 boys can do a work in 20 days, whereas 5 men and 4 boys can do the work in 16 days. In how many days can 4 men and 3 boys do the work? So the first problem says that A is twice as efficient as B. So that means let B finish it in X days. Why is this right? Let B finish it in X days. Then A can finish it in X by 2 days, or let's say that A finishes in X days, then B finishes it in 2X days. And now just give me one. A is twice it takes 90 days less than. So we do know that 2x minus x equals to 90. That implies x equals to 90. So it takes A 90 days and it takes B 180 days. So if they do it together, they're going to do it in 1 by 90 plus 1 by 80, the whole reciprocal. So that is 2 plus 1, 3 by 180, that is 180 by 3, that is equals to 60 days. As told by Kavita, Randall, Yogesh, Dinesh, and everybody. Okay, guys. Move on to the next problem. If anybody has any doubt in the first one, let me know. Guys, second one. Have an answer? Nice. Okay. The others, let's just wait for the others. Exactly, Anurag. The boys are not doing any work. Have you been doing any work at all?
Sure, but according question doesn't make sense.
According?
But according this question doesn't make sense. How the boys don't do any work?
Yeah, so this question was particularly put in for this reason itself, that it might look like that since the number of boys are changing, the values should change, but the boys are actually contributing zero work, and it is just the men who are doing so. It's an absolutely viable scenario that you can get.
Okay.
So do not be confused if you get such a situation. Okay, anybody who's not sure how they've gotten 20 or anything? So the second problem, anybody who's still struggling or anything? Okay, hi, who's this? Shukhendra. Hi, Shukhendra, would you introduce yourself? Uh, okay, so that's Trisha. Okay, okay, fine. Cool. Kavita, problem 3, 4 days. Are you sure it's correct? Because if A, B, and C can do it in 4 days, do you think A and C can do it in 4 days? B is not doing any work, you're saying. It's fine, Trisha. No worries, no worries. Just try the problems. The second one, if anybody has any problems, any doubts, let me know. Otherwise, we're moving to the third problem. I'll read out the third problem. Okay, fine. So let's assume the second problem is clear to everybody. The third problem says that A and B can together finish a painting in 6 days. B and C can together finish it in 10 days. And A, B, and C can together finish it in 4 days. In how many days can A and C finish it? Dinesh says that 30 by 7. Anurag says 4.28 days. 4.28 days. I think so, that is correct. 4.28 days should be correct. So just for the sake of calculations, I told you this formula, this one. Just put X, Y, and Z and equate this to whatever it is. This is, so your X is 6, X is 6, Y is 10, Z is Z. So you have 2 into 6 into 10 into Z by 60 plus 16Z is equals to 10 from the formula. So 10 cancels out. You have 12Z equals to 60 plus 16Z. So, hey, what happened? Did I do something wrong?
Sir, that should be 4, not 10, on the right hand side.
Sorry.
So on the right hand side, it should be 4, right? A, B, and C can do it.
Sorry. My bad. Really bad. So this becomes 3 times 10, 30. 30. So, yeah. So this becomes that 26. That is 120Z equals to 240 plus 64Z. And automatically from there, if you do 16, 12, 60, that's 58, 56, 16 fours are 16 ones are 16, 16 fives are 4 by 15. Oh, what am I doing wrong? Oh, sorry. 8 sevens are 8 30s are. So Z equals to 30 by 7, that is 4.28. Yeah. So that's the answer to the third question, which is 4.28. So from there, let's move on to a couple of more problems and then we'll wrap up for today. So, anybody who doesn't know or is confused about any of these problems before I move on to the next one? All right.
Anubhav, one question in general.
Yeah.
These problems, have they arrived? Have they come in the exam? I've not seen these sort of problems in
Okay.
the
Yeah.
CMI
So
exam.
these problems, no, these problems, I'm making you do these problems not because they particularly come in the question paper, but these are the sub problems that you might need to solve some other bigger aptitude problem. And I do not want you people to waste like 5 to 6 minutes of your time in solving a sub problem rather than the bigger problem. So once you are gone through these kind of problems in plenty, like at least let's say like 20 or 25 of each type, so automatically any such sub problem that you attack will be instantaneous to you. So you can take more time and solve the important problem with much more time rather than waste your time in figuring out the speeds and the ratios. So does that make sense why we are doing these problems?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
Thank you.
sure. So moving on to the next one. So let's say that there are two towns P and Q, and they are at a distance of 275 kilometers. Fine. A starts from P. A starts from here at 8 a.m. At In fact, Randall, it's good that you asked this question. So the mock test question papers that were designed uh, during when you were appearing for the entrance and that are being developed right now, they do contain questions that take such knowledge for granted, that these knowledges that if A, B, and C, B, C are doing your work, and then how many days A, B, C will do. So those knowledges are expected that you come prepared with those ideas of how to get to that result, so that you do not have to waste a lot of time in that bigger question. So in fact, there are questions in the mock test. You'll see them. Yeah, coming back to this question. So A starts from P towards Q at 8 a.m. going at a speed of 25 kmph. Fine. While B starts from Q at 9 a.m. at a speed of 20 kmph. At what time do they cross each other? So they cross somewhere, right? Because it's 275 kilometer. So for A to reach Q, it will take 275 by 25. So that's like one 25, that's 25, that's 11. That's 11 hours. And it starts 1 hour late. Somewhere on the middle it will meet. So where at what time do they meet? Quickly figure it out. In the meantime, I'll write another question. Okay, let's figure it out and then I'll write the other one. What do you mean, Dinesh? Around 1:30 p.m.?
It's coming in fractions, so that's why I approximated like that.
Is it that bad? I do not know the answer though. Let's. Okay, just let's wait for a couple of more answers and then I will do it. Anurag says it's around 3. Anurag,
So I changed my
even are you getting it in like decimals, like around?
Yes, sir.
answer to 2:30, sir. I made a mistake.
You're changing your answer?
To 2:30 around. It's coming in
Around 2.
fractions.
Okay. 6.11 hours from A. So 6.11 hours from A means 6 plus 8, that's 14. So that's like you're saying it's meeting at 2:11? 2:11 p.m.? So Kavita says it's 2:11. Dinesh says it's 2:30 and Anurag says it's 3. Randall also says it's 2:11 a.m. Okay, so let's do it. So let's do it in that way itself, how people have done it. We'll take X as the number of hours that they meet, number of hours after 8 a.m. So 8 plus X will be the exact time. So let's say they're traveling for X hours when they meet. So for A, it has traveled a distance of 25x in X hours, and B has traveled a distance of 20 times X minus 1, right? Because it's starting an hour later. And I know that these two should add up to 275. And from this is a single equation from where you can get X. So that is like 45x minus 20 equals to 275. That implies 45x equals to 295. That implies x equals to 295 by 45. That is 45. 6 are 270. 6 are 270. 25. 25 to 6. 6.11. Are you people sure? What's 275? What's 295 by 45? It's 6.55. So for recurring, it's 6.56. So the time they meet is at 2. 6.56 would be 56 by 160 divided 6. 511 are 511. 66. Ah, what am I doing? 33. So that's like 2 hours and 33 minutes. 2:33 p.m. That's the answer. 2:33 p.m. Your 6.11 is wrong. Why did you people get 6.11? Randall and Kavita, both of you?
So I took the other method. Like, suppose t is the time that they meet each other, and x is the spot where they meet, like the distance from A. So x by 25 is equal to 275 minus x by 20. From there I get x, and then from that I get
No. What is x? What is x?
x is a distance from P to the point where both of these
Let's say
guys
the
meet.
meeting point is M.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this
From
is x and this is 275 minus x.
minus x. Yeah.
Fine, okay.
So t is the time that they meet each other.
So let t be the time they meet each other. Fine.
Yeah. So x by 25 equal 275 minus x by 20.
X by 25
equal 275 minus x by 20.
Sir,
yeah.
sir, sir, we can just make the problem easier if we just subtract 25 kilometers from the total distance, because
Yeah,
if it
exactly. Yeah, so Randall, this doesn't work because you have B starting from 9 a.m., right?
Right.
So that's why it doesn't work. So that is why his suggestion makes much more sense. That just reduce 25 from the first set. So now that A starts from, let's say, 9 a.m. also. So it means that A is starting from 9 a.m. The total distance is 250, and then you work it around. So x by 25 should be equals to 250 minus x by 20.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Kavita, same problem? I figured. Yeah. Okay, fine. Everybody's clear? Fine. Let's look at the last problem. Let's say that X travels for the first 4 hours of his journey at a speed of 80 kmph, and the remaining 6 hours at a speed of 30 kmph. What is his average speed? Oh, I kept it easy for the last. I forgot. What is the average speed? Ah,
50.
You're saying 50? Someone said 50?
Yes.
320 plus 180 by, yeah, 50 is correct. So it's basically 4 into 80 plus 6 into 30 divided by 10. Divided by 10 hours. The total time. Okay, anyway, so these were some of the problems that I wanted you to go through. And this completes the sub questions of the aptitude problems that we are going to face. So now I'm going to, so this completes, for now, this completes the aptitude section that I wanted to cover for CMI. Now, after this, I want you people to keep practicing such problems whenever you come across such problems. So till now, we have done data interpretation and aptitude problems. So these are the ones that I want you to continuously keep in touch with, like 5 problems each every day for both of them. So a speed and distance problem, 5 problems should not take you more than like 15-20 minutes. And data interpretation problem should not take you more than 5 problems, should not take you more than half an hour. So keep an hour of your day spread it out for these kind of problems. And later, when we go into revision, we are going to look at some more difficult problems that incorporate these ideas. So when we are looking at those problems, I really do not want you people to take a lot of time in solving those problems. So keep practicing yourself and keep yourself in the loop. Okay, so that was my point one. This completes aptitude for now. Before I start with the next topic, so just give me a moment. Let me stop sharing. Yeah, let's stop the record also.